Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mele Kyari, says the country is committed to rehabilitating Nigeria's refineries to produce at optimum capacity. Mr. Kyari was speaking at the 2019 Society of Petroleum Engineers Conference here in Lagos. He restated his commitment to see that importation of fuel stops by the year 2023.
For the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation,
first, we are going to rehabilitate our refineries and to make them functional to operate at least 90% of capacity. That's the first thing we are going to do. The second thing we are going to do is to make sure that others who have such initiatives to put in place new refineries are supported by way of either providing them feedstock or providing them all the necessary governmental support that they need to make sure that these refineries come on stream. And then lastly, which is to make sure that when they produce, we'll be there to take the product from them. That's what I meant by making sure that we resolve the issues around the refinery gate conditions.
Joining me now is the CEO of Finance with Mukhtar Mohammed. Good morning. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's talk about this now. Is this actualizable? As in, can we get this refineries working by 2023?
Wow, I don't think so, because sometimes when you look at those refineries, they are oscillating refineries. Any part of the world, you don't see so gigantic refinery. You're talking about a refinery that have had lifespan of almost 30-something years old. They've not been, there's no change in terms of the pipeline that moves from one point to another, in terms of mechanical problem. Most of these refineries parts cannot be gotten again. They have to be refabricated. They have to, some of even the manufacturers of some of these parts are no more even in business any longer. So for me, it's going to be a very Herculean task. But he has been in the oil industry for a very long time. He seems to be talking all the right things, trying to do the right thing. But we know when it comes to talking the right thing, we've always seen them talking the right thing. Ibe Kachikwu, when he came, he has been in the industry for years. He said all the right thing, but at the end of the day, he is beginning to say the same thing Ibe Kachikwu said. It's going to be open, it's going to be transparent, the refinery is going to work, we're going to do investment. But one key thing that we need to know is that if really you want to invest in the refinery now, the PIBB, which is supposed to be the key catalyst towards investment, not only in the refinery or in the oil sectors, is still in a moribund state. So,
how will this PIB intervention and application, address? First, there's been concern about the cabal in the state oil firm alone and every other person who seems to be reaping into the moribund state of our refineries.
Well, what the PIBB will do is that you make it an open, you make transparency very open. We'll be transparent enough in our dealings. Then what the PIBB will do again is that he will remove that monster called NNPC being the alpha and omega of everything. So what we'll begin to see people come up with refineries, come up with the regulators, with the Department of Petroleum Resources will continue to be the regulators, while NNPC itself also will be competing for space also to build their own refineries. Then they'll be open, and you bring in private sectors. They're trying to bring in their own business. There will not be that administrative bottleneck that you have to pass through this. NNPC has to, you go to get license from where you go to do this from NNPC. So there will be a centralized body. And it's more or less like it's open scrutiny. Like the GMD was saying yesterday that he's not against freedom of information bill, but you can't just come and ask for freedom of information bill just like that.
Why
Sometimes
not?
you're trying to use it politically. It doesn't matter if I want to use it politically. He that must come to the table, must come with the clean hands.
Right.
So we need to begin to scrutinize the oil industry. That is the key revenue driver of Nigeria economy. Once the oil industry is in stable condition, the economy is stable. So that is the heartbeat of Nigeria economy. We need to do the right thing.
And the GMD has also talked about, NNPC when he was addressing the Dangote team the other day. The NNPC is not a competitor with, the Dangote oil refinery when that's, everything just, commences operations. Is that a line to toe now?
You see, let me tell you, when the government say we'll stop importation in 2023, when the government say we are going to do this and that, all is tied to Dangote refinery. That's the truth. All the government is looking at Dangote refinery as the savior that will stop Nigeria importation of petroleum product. Now, you're not looking at other areas. You're not looking at the modular refinery. We've given license for the modular refinery. Before, there was a time we gave license for people to build oil refinery. Now, Dangote refinery is coming on stream because we gave them a level playing ground. They had the financing. CBN came in themselves directly, direct financing from CBN. How many other people have you given such opportunities? So we need to begin to say, look, in as much as you don't take it away from Dangote, because at least he came up with the idea, he started it, then the CBN got, people have to start it, but we need to begin to look at how can we help them also? How can we bring in?
Right, I'm talking about, gas to industry, gas to power constraints. I know the NNPC has also talked about, its challenges in meeting the gas demands in the country. What are we missing?
Look, Nigeria has the highest reserve when it comes to gas. We are the second highest in the world. So when we begin to have a challenge with what we have in abundance, then that tells you that there is a structural and there's an administrative problem. It's not that it's not there. So you could imagine if we don't have it. So we need to begin to look at how is NNPC run. And then under NNPC, you have the Nigerian gas company. And the DG, the Director General of Nigerian Gas Company, has to come from NNPC. It's a staff of NNPC. So you see directly NNPC running the Nigerian gas room. So can we unbundle them? Can we make it a full-blooded company operating independent of NNPC? Okay. But they could work in synergy in terms of policies, but they should be independent. The person that's going to be the DG of Nigerian gas has to come from NNPC. So the whole thing, that's why I say NNPC is the Lord. And that is why the group managing director of NNPC seems to be the most powerful man in the oil industry. And if you want to go back to history, you see why they were involved in a lot of controversy, corruption, and a lot of kickback.
Mukhtar Mohammed, thank you so much for your analysis.